What's up, Raiders? It's Adam from raidersofthelostflicks.com. Remember, if it's a bad movie, we want to know about it. And it looks like Amazon, of all people, are attempting to buy out AMC. But before we get into today's article, if you could do me a favor and do the thing, I'd appreciate it. So it looks like this information comes from Screen Rant as of 8 hours ago by Rachel LaBont. An AMC theater struggle financially because of the brew flu pandemic. Amazon is reportedly considering buying out the company. As movie theaters struggle to cope with their brew flu-related shutdowns, Amazon might be looking into acquiring AMC theaters. In mid-March, as the outbreak worsened, public spaces began to close down to prevent further spread of the virus. Movie theaters were among them, and chains like AMC, Regal Cinemas, and Showcase Cinemas shutting their doors. Some hope to reopen within weeks, but now, 2 months later, most theaters remain closed. Many aim to reopen in July. Some smaller theaters in states like Georgia and Texas have already begun to attempt at getting back to work. AMC might be the chain suffering the most during the shutdown, as experts reportedly suggest the company could be facing bankruptcy. AMC remains the largest theater chain in the world, with over 11,000 screens around the globe. That doesn't seem to have helped the chain. However, judging by the precarious financial situation, AMC also found itself in the news recently when it announced that it would no longer show any Universal films, following statements made by Universal CEO that suggested a growing preference for video on demand. AMC's financial woes have led to Amazon considering buying AMC. According to sources speaking with the Daily Mail, it's unclear if the discussions are still ongoing, but Amazon seems to be interested in acquiring the theater chain. Because of Amazon's near bankruptcy status, the chain would be cheap and easy for Amazon to purchase. Neither Amazon nor AMC commented on the potential sale. This is not the first time AMC has considered purchasing movie theaters. The company previously considered buying Landmark Theaters, though they lost out to Cohen Media Group. Amazon's acquisition of AMC could have massive impact on the entertainment industry, largely because of Amazon's role as a streaming service. Putting AMC in the hands of Amazon would give the latter the power to control thousands of screens and thus promote their own content to a greater degree than before. This is especially significant now because of the continuing debate of movie theaters versus streaming, which is the primary cause of AMC's fight with Universal. Amazon buying AMC would bring the two platforms together in a way that hasn't really been done before. Of course, this is no guarantee this will actually happen. Without any definitive statements from either Amazon or AMC, it's hard to say exactly how their talks are progressing, or even if they still are. Until the two companies speak out, the first is all speculation. It isn't outside the realm of possibility that Amazon will pour its money into acquiring AMC. Perhaps some more information will come out soon. You know, a lot of people had thought that the streaming war would be which platform should I use and how much should it cost, but it looks like the streaming war has kind of shifted from should we or shouldn't we? Should we let go? Should we actually let go of the movie theater business model? Now, in the situation that we're in, it's kind of accelerated the process that I think a lot of us thought were kind of inevitable. Now, I myself don't want to see theaters shut down. I don't want that to stop. I mean, I love going out to the movies and seeing them and reviewing them so that you guys can watch them, but at the same time, I'm not in a big hurry to jump in my car and go out to a theater. And from reports that I've heard from other states, fans of this channel and subscribers have been telling me that in certain states they are opening the movie theaters back up under these really strict, ridiculously rigid guidelines, which I kind of thought about doing as a video, but then I thought that's not really good for the industry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to make the problem any worse than it already is, but I don't want to go through this, archaic, horrible, like airport check-in style of going to see a movie when I can just sit here and turn it on the TV here at home. The only problem with that too is now that the movies are being streamed, there's less of a demand to watch somebody's opinion of it. I've noticed that. I went through that with Extraction. I tried to get that review up as soon as I possibly could, and people just were not interested in somebody's opinion of it because they can either watch it or they can't. They don't really have to spend extra money to watch that movie. So there's no demand for me to review it. You know what I mean? So that kind of hurts this industry as well, the YouTube industry, the YouTube movie critic business model as well, So I don't know how I feel about it. Amazon, the question remains to be seen is, do they have a plan or do they just want to buy it out in name only so that they don't have to have theaters and they can just put this stuff out there? Because there's a lot of money to be made when you don't have to pay the theater chains. And the unfortunate thing is a lot of people that work in the theater industry, that operate the movie theaters, that manage the movie theaters, that work in the movie theaters, whether it be part-time, full-time, they're going to be out of a job. And there's a lot of people that are already out of a job anyway, and I don't want to see that happen either. I'm anxious to know what you guys think about this. I know this is kind of a short one, but it is something that I've been following very intently, very closely. I'm anxious to know what your opinions are. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Give me a thumbs up on the way out. I'd appreciate it. Also, stop back, check out the channel tonight. We are going to be reviewing a couple of episodes of The Twilight Zone, and that will be listed on the channel, which episodes, if you want to watch them before we review them. You know, just watch a bunch of old guys talking about some old TV shows, man. Fun stuff. And also this weekend, we're going to be watching and reviewing The Swamp Thing. That are 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel on Friday nights. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. And this is Adam signing out. Remember, every time you don't subscribe, God kills a kitten.